This man was planning to go fishing with his friend and faithful dog. Everything was fine until they decided to change their spot for fishing. Suddenly, they heard these heartbreaking sounds. It turned out that a foal got stuck in the mud at the riverbank. Its mother was watching it from the shore and couldn't do anything to help her baby, as if she realized that she might get stuck too. She had to wait patiently until a kind man was able to help her. The rescue operation was complicated by the fact that the man thought the foal's leg was broken or dislocated, so he tried to act as carefully as possible. In addition, there were thorny burdocks growing near the bank which stuck to the rescuer and caused him discomfort. Finally, the little boy got to his feet on the ground. He was exhausted and his legs were shaking badly. It's not clear how long he had been trapped there, but he's safe now near his mom. Here's another similar case. A thick layer of wet and gluey mud covered the poor animal's body. When the rescuers arrived, they couldn't immediately tell whether the horse was alive or not. There appeared to be a ray of hope and no time to lose. The man had a powerful all-terrain vehicle equipped with a winch. Assisted by that, he started pulling the animal slowly out of the trap. Look at the layer of mud! The first aim was to set the animal up on its feet for proper blood circulation, as it was unknown how long the animal had been there. The man said the rope was thick enough to not harm the animal. He controlled the tension and tried to help the animal push off and climb out on its own. The horse lacked the strength to stand up by itself and was also pregnant, so it was decided to find heavier equipment for help. After a while, the animal was brought to safety, fed, and watered. One more individual trapped in mud again, this time in a deep swamp. Look at those eyes full of fear and hopelessness. The animal was pulled out rather quickly and it was still in pretty good condition, full of strength to get up and walk away from that awful place. And this animal didn't notice the open well and fell right into it. It was lucky, if I may say so, that it didn't fall in head first. The rescuers dug a big hole around the well so that a bulldozer could drive in to pull the animal out of the trap. And once again, you can see a field washed out by rain. Now you know how common this problem is. The rescuers had an all-terrain vehicle which they used to get to the animal to help it. First, the horse was given some water, by the reason that it showed signs of dehydration. They also gave her some bread, and she willingly accepted the treat. Unfortunately, we're sad to report that a foal also got stuck in the mud not far from the adult. The baby couldn't manage to wait for help. And we hope there will be more kind people and fewer animals will get into these nature traps, and they will be given succor in time. Mud spares no one. It's a problem when heavy rains make it impossible for non-domestic animals to graze on the fields. This mare was also lucky that the tractor drivers found her. The tractor pulled her onto solid ground and the rescuer promised to help the animal recover. poor horses had the worst day of their lives. When it comes to transportation, it's stressful enough already for animals. This time, the driver failed to control the truck with horses in the trailer, and it tipped over at the roadside. There were no serious consequences, and the horses were able to get into the other truck on their own feet. We hope their new driver was more careful on the road. Winter is also harsh. This horse slipped on the ice and wasn't able to get up on her own anymore. The rescuers put hay underneath her to save the animal from freezing. At first, the rescuers tried to pull the animal out by themselves, but it became obvious they needed the help of heavy machinery. And alas, they did it. The animal is safe. The man knew these horses were grazing near the abandoned farm next to the field, so he went there to check on them and make sure everything was in place. It was in winter and during a heavy blizzard, and the horses were hiding behind the walls of the farm to keep away from the cold wind. One of them slipped badly and fell, unable to get up. The man said that God seemed to send him there at that very moment. He pulled the horse away from the wall a little bit and it managed to get up. Thank this hero for his kindness. Here's one more well, almost full of water. The horse survived by a miracle, but it couldn't have gotten out on its own. They even had to use powerful tools to saw the concrete slabs and widen the hole through which the animal was pulled. The tractor and strong straps did the job again. And this horse fell into a ditch and failed miserably as it couldn't stand up on its own. It took a little help from people and the frightened animal was set free. Oh, these pits, wells, and other places that should be covered to avoid such situations. Why don't people think about it? Well, this time, the animals were rescued too. And it looks like an abandoned swimming pool on the unattended property. In this case, the horse received help from firemen who pulled it out with the crane. These people have their own pond on their property. It was probably frozen, and the horse didn't expect to fall through the ice. Another question is, why did the owners let it happen? But the important thing is that the animal was pulled free. Let's hope the pond will have a fence after that situation. A similar situation happened at the pond bank, where the horse seemed to have a plan to quench its thirst. Fortunately, a man was driving his car nearby, and he pulled the poor horse to the shore with the help of a tow rope. Subscribe to the channel and share this video so that more people know about such cases, and if possible, help horses that graze in wild nature away from people. See you soon.